Headquarters, I'm sure. Friends, I suggest that we start. I'm sure more people will arrive, but I think this is the right time to start. I'm extremely pleased to introduce to you a very eminent, high-profile panel today on the topic of cybersecurity, and our title for today of the privacy platform is Building the Digital Fortress, a toolkit for cybersecurity. My own personal mission for this afternoon is to try and understand what it is really, cybersecurity. I read the communication of the European Commission about cybersecurity, and it ranges from fighting illegal downloading to securing payment systems, all the way up to military attacks on critical infrastructures and everything in between. So it basically covers almost every aspect of our life. And frankly, I felt that the strategy of the European Commission was a bit too wide for my taste, because the actors that the European Commission mentions that are going to implement the strategy also range from your neighborhood cupper all the way up to NATO and everybody else as well. So I hope that this afternoon we'll get a clearer picture of what cybersecurity is, what we need to do, and what instruments we use, what actors we use. And for me personally, I think it is very important to distinguish between your average regulation, law enforcement, and actual security measures that fall in the area of, let's say, military and defense. Because I have the feeling that the Commission is mixing it all up, and it is a hodgepodge of measures rather than a real strategy. But maybe today we can contribute to shedding a bit more light on this area. I'm going to introduce the panel to you. To my right, our keynote speaker for today is Mr. Thomas Hendrik Ilves, the President of Estonia, I think known as one of the most advanced, one of the most sophisticated countries when it comes to anything to do actually with cyberspace and cybersecurity. So we're extremely interested to hear your keynote speech. To my far right is Mr. Truls Oerting, I hope I get that right, who is the very new head of the European Cybersecurity Center, which is embedded in Europol. You've started only last week, well, officially, so we're extremely pleased to have you here. In between the two, Mr. Bart Jacobs, who is a Dutch professor, expert on cyber matters, internet matters, and also a member of the advisory council to the Dutch government on cyber security. To my left, Mrs. Coney from EPIC, the US-based NGO, which has a very long track record in investigating privacy and data protection measures. So we're very pleased to also have the US perspective. And then to my far left, Mr. Arnbach, who is currently pursuing an academic career, but previously known as one of the founding fathers, I might say, of Bits of Freedom, the Dutch NGO on data protection measures, much admired by me, I have to say. I think you're an excellent outfit. We have little time and so much to discuss. I also want to leave some time for questions and answers and debate in the end. So I'm not going to say much more, and I'm immediately going to invite Mr. Ilves to do his keynote speech. Mr. Ilves will do that from the podium here, and the other speakers have a PowerPoint presentation and will address you from the cathedral over there. Mr. Ilves, you have the floor.